Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the Tien Kung IV air defense system, also known as the Skybow 4, which translates to Heavenly Bow in Chinese, and refers to Taiwan's indigenous family of surface-to-air missile systems, a cutting-edge missile defense platform that's bolstering the island's defenses against aerial and ballistic threats from across the strait. If you're a military tech enthusiast, a defense strategy buff, or just curious about how nations like Taiwan are innovating to counter overwhelming odds in modern warfare, you're in for a real treat because the Tien Kung IV isn't just another missile. It's the latest evolution in Taiwan's homegrown Skybow series, developed under the Strongbow program by the National Chung-Shan Institute of Science and Technology, also known as NCSIST, which is Taiwan's premier defense research organization designed to intercept high-altitude ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and aircraft with hit-to-kill precision up to a maximum altitude of 70 kilometers. Just unveiled today, September 18, 2025, at the Taipei Aerospace and Defense Technology Exhibition. This system is Taiwan's answer to gaps in its layered defenses, filling the space between the mid-range Tien Kung III and high-end systems like the United States Patriot PAC-3 missile segment enhancement, also known as PAC-3 MSE, which is an advanced variant of the Patriot system for ballistic missile interception, and it's already completing trials that could see it mass-produced by 2026, with plans to procure 122 missile pods starting next year. We're going to break down its impressive capabilities in full detail, give you a comprehensive technical rundown, explore its strategic role against potential adversaries, and cover the latest factual news straight from today's unveiling and ongoing developments as of September 18, 2025, including successful initial tests, procurement timelines, and how it's reaching higher interception ranges than even the United States Patriot PAC-3 MSE. So, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's launch into everything you need to know about the Tien Kung IV air defense system. The Tien Kung IV's capabilities are what make it a cornerstone of Taiwan's evolving missile shield, engineered specifically for exo-atmospheric and upper endo-atmospheric intercepts to neutralize threats like short-range ballistic missiles, hypersonic glide vehicles, and high-flying aircraft before they can release payloads or evade lower-tier defenses. As a two-stage, solid-fueled interceptor, it excels in high-altitude engagements up to 70 kilometers, far surpassing the 45-kilometer ceiling of the Tien Kung III and approaching the 60-kilometer limit of the Patriot PAC-3 MSE, using advanced thrust vector control for mid-course corrections and cold gas attitude control systems for high-G maneuvers in the terminal phase, allowing it to chase down agile targets like cruise missiles or drones with hit-to-kill technology, also known as Kinetic Kill Vehicle or KKV, which relies on direct collision rather than explosives to destroy incoming warheads. This precision is powered by a domestically produced K-band seeker, operating in the millimeter wave frequency range for all-weather targeting, combined with inertial mid-course guidance that receives updates from ground-based radars, enabling it to track and engage multiple threats simultaneously in a saturated attack scenario where adversaries might launch dozens of missiles at once. The system's canister measures 7.61 meters long, longer than the 5.49-meter Tien Kung III, to accommodate its extended range and booster stage, allowing it to cover broader airspace sectors, potentially up to 200 kilometers in radius, and integrate with Taiwan's Chang Bai phased array radar for 360-degree surveillance and fire control. In operational terms, the Tien Kung IV can protect key assets like airfields, ports, or command centers by forming a high-altitude barrier, intercepting ballistic missiles in their descent phase to prevent them from overwhelming shorter-range systems like the Land Sword II, and its mobility, mounted on transporter erector launchers for quick relocation, makes it survivable against preemptive strikes. A must in Taiwan's compact geography, where fixed sites would be vulnerable to saturation attacks from across the strait. Let's break down the technical specs and how the Tien Kung IV operates in practice. Because this system's engineering is a smart fusion of indigenous innovation and proven concepts, drawing inspiration from the United States Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, also known as THAAD, which is a mobile system for intercepting ballistic missiles in their terminal phase, but tailored for Taiwan's unique needs with local components to avoid supply chain risks. The missile itself is a two-stage solid propellant rocket with a total length of around 7 meters and a diameter of about 0.6 meters, weighing several tons per unit. Launched vertically from a sealed canister on a mobile launcher that can carry 4 to 8 missiles per vehicle for rapid salvo fire. The first stage provides initial boost to reach exo-atmospheric altitudes, separating cleanly to reduce debris, while the second stage uses thrust vectoring, adjustable nozzles that steer the missile by directing exhaust for precise mid-course adjustments based on data from ground radars, like the enhanced Chang Bai, a multifunction phased array radar with 120-degree coverage and a 450-kilometer detection range operating in the S-band frequency of 2 to 4 gigahertz. In the terminal phase, the K-band active radar seeker locks on independently, using microwave power amplifiers for high-resolution tracking, even against low radar cross-section targets like stealthy cruise missiles, and the kinetic kill vehicle collides at hypersonic speeds to shatter the incoming threat without explosives, minimizing collateral damage in populated areas. The overall system includes a command and control center tied into Taiwan's broader integrated air defense network, allowing multiple batteries to share targeting data for coordinated intercepts, with each launcher supported by a separate radar and engagement station for redundancy. Operationally, the flow starts with early warning radars detecting a launch plume up to several hundred kilometers away, feeding trajectory predictions to the fire control system. The commander selects interceptors. The launcher erects and fires vertically, and the missile climbs to intercept altitude, receiving mid-course updates before autonomous terminal homing, all in under 2 minutes for a typical short-range ballistic missile threat. This makes the Tien Kung IV a vital upper-tier layer, complementing the mid-range Tien Kung III for aircraft and the short-range Land Sword II for low-altitude threats, creating a robust indigenous shield that reduces reliance on foreign systems amid geopolitical pressures. The Tien Kung IV's strategic role is pivotal for Taiwan's asymmetric defense posture, providing a credible deterrent against aerial incursions and missile barrages from across the Taiwan Strait by extending the island's engagement envelope to counter high-altitude threats like guided glide bombs or hypersonic vehicles that outrange lower systems. In a potential conflict scenario, it could protect vital infrastructure like Taoyuan International Airport or Kaohsiung Port by forming a high-altitude kill zone, forcing attackers to expend resources on suppression of air defenses before penetrating, while its mobility, relocatable in hours via heavy trucks, complicates enemy targeting with preemptive strikes. Fun fact, the Strongbow program's codename reflects Taiwan's mythological archer Hu Yi, who shot down 9 suns, symbolizing the system's aim to shoot down incoming threats like solar flares of missiles. Another cool tidbit: the 7.61-meter canister is specifically elongated for the two-stage design, allowing it to reach 70 kilometers, higher than the Tien Kung III's 45 kilometers, potentially intercepting threats in the mesosphere where some ballistic missiles cruise. The latest news as of September 18, 2025, has the Tien Kung IV making headlines with its official unveiling today at the Taipei Aerospace and Defense Technology Exhibition, where Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense showcased the prototype as part of the Strongbow program, highlighting its 70-kilometer interception altitude that surpasses the United States Patriot PAC-3 MSE's 60-kilometer range, marking a major milestone in indigenous high-altitude defense. Just yesterday, on September 17th, reports confirmed the system's completion of initial operational evaluation and limited field testing in May 2025, with successful intercepts demonstrating its hit-to-kill capability against ballistic threats, paving the way for mass production starting in 2026, as announced by defense officials. Under the Strongbow initiative, the Republic of China Ministry of National Defense plans to procure 122 missile pods, with 46 delivered in 2026 and the remaining 76 in 2027, each pod containing 1 missile, at a cost yet to be finalized. But building on the 27.4 billion new Taiwan dollar budget for the Tien Kung III, which is about 908 million United States dollars. This fast-tracks deployment to strengthen coastal defenses amid escalating People's Liberation Army activities, with the system filling the gap between the Skybow 3 and imported Patriot PAC-3 MSE batteries, and future Strongbow developments include an air defense missile reaching 100 kilometers altitude and a surface-to-surface missile with a 1,000-kilometer range. At the Taipei Aerospace and Defense Technology Exhibition in 2023, the Strongbow 1 prototype was publicly revealed without a full display, featuring a domestically produced microwave power amplifier and K-band seeker for enhanced terminal guidance. And recent reports confirm it's a two-stage solid-fueled interceptor with thrust vector control for mid-course maneuvers. No foreign sales are confirmed yet, but its indigenous roots make it a symbol of Taiwan's self-reliance, with trials validating its hit-to-kill capability against ballistic threats in exo-atmospheric layers. Challenges include integrating with existing radars, like the mobile AESA spotted at Taitung Air Base in March 2024. But with production ceasing for the Tien Kung III early next year, the Tien Kung IV is set to become the backbone of Taiwan's high-altitude shield. The Tien Kung IV air defense system is a testament to Taiwan's innovative spirit, delivering high-altitude precision intercepts that could tip the scales in a high-stakes standoff backed by solid trials and ambitious procurement plans. So, what do you all think about the Tien Kung IV? Are you impressed by its 70-kilometer reach and hit-to-kill tech, curious about its role in Taiwan's defenses, or maybe you've got thoughts on indigenous missile programs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends who love defense tech, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into the systems shaping global security. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.